So you failed at something, or maybe you're in a lot of trouble and you do not see yourself coming out of it. You don't even see the way out of it. You feel like the odds are against you and your life is in shambles. You always had a dream. You had good intentions. You always knew. You just had this intuition, sense of self, that you're going to be successful, that you're going to do tangible things in life. You always had this drive, this passion for things, this passion to succeed. And all of a sudden, it seems like the odds are against you. Everything that you do seems to be ending in failure. You are encountering one failure after the other. No matter how you try, things are just not working. If you're a student, you try to read. You even think you understand when you read. But when it comes to the time you have to write exams, for some very weird reason that you cannot even begin to explain, you fail. And you don't just fail, you don't even get a C. You fail and you're getting D's, you're getting E's. You even got F. I totally understand. You're trying to start a business and it feels like at every turn, every deal you try to make is going into zero. You're just not getting it. No matter how you try, you feel like you are jinxed. You don't understand what's going on. You cannot even begin to explain how you are feeling to someone else because you don't think they would understand. Or maybe you even know where to start from. You feel people around you think everything going on with you is perfectly okay. You don't have problems. You don't seem to have problems. You're probably the kind of person that is the life of the party. You're always extremely happy. You crack jokes a lot and your friends laugh. Your friends think you are a very happy person and that things are going perfectly well with you. People that even meet you for the first time are always like, come on, she's smart. They all seem to see a particular light in you that you do not even know exists. You do not feel like your light exists even. I understand how it feels like to immerse yourself in movies because you cannot stand yourself. I understand how it feels like for you not to be able to spend time alone with yourself because you're not able to confront the reality of your current situation. You don't even want to think about your life. So instead, you watch movies, you sleep a lot. It's either you're with your friends and you're being extremely funny, or you are sleeping and you sleep like a log of wood. When you finish sleeping, you start sleeping again. And when you're done sleeping, you keep on sleeping. And when you don't feel like sleeping anymore, and even the sleep is beginning to get boring, you start watching movies. You watch movies over and over and over again. You binge watch them. This video is for you. I don't know the circumstances that you're going through because our experiences are unique to ourselves. I can't begin to understand how you got to where you are, but I totally get that feeling. The feeling of emptiness. The part where you feel like there's this particular log in your throat, or this pain in your throat, or this darkness that you're trying to avoid. You are not the only one that's gone through that. You are going to be fine at the end of the day. There's something you need to realize. In life, growth is inevitable. No matter what, you are going to grow. Things change, circumstances change. At some particular point in time, something's gonna give. You cannot afford to give up. Do not. Whatever it is that you're thinking right now, I want to beg you, please don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Do not give up on your dreams. Do not give up on God. At a particular point in time, in one way or another, without you even planning it, things work out at the end of the day. Things are going to work in your favor. I want to understand that you are where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing right now. Those feelings are not difficult to ignore, and I won't ask you to move on. I would like to ask you to acknowledge the pain that you're going through. You probably shed tears that nobody says. You might also be feeling like it's not me that this type of thing is supposed to be happening to because you just can't explain. You feel like you are doing everything right. You're meeting the right people. You have the right kind of friends. You're writing the right kind of exams. You're reading right. You just don't understand. You feel like it shouldn't be you. Things like this should be happening to. But I want to ask you this question. Who are you? Who are you for you not to be going through this kind of situation? They didn't write it on your forehead that you should not show tribulations. Even as Christians, as children of God, the Bible says that many are the afflictions of the righteous, but God will deliver them out of them all. And the Bible also says that He has not promised that we would have a stress-free life or a problem-free life. But He also said that He is not going to give us more than we can handle. And when we are going through temptations that are bigger than us, that is always going to create a way of escape. So you need to understand the fact that there's always a reason for everything. That's what I want you to know. I want you to not give up. I want you to keep on keeping up. I want you to keep on holding on to God. Try trusting God a little bit more. Stop worrying so much about what is going on around you. Stop worrying so much about what is not working. with you. If you are failing so much, it's okay. You won't be the first person to fail, and you won't be the last person to fail. There's no point getting sad or depressed about it. It happens. People that have failed in this life, you end up becoming successful people at the end of the day. That's not an excuse for you to fail, by the way. If you're failing, you still have a lot of work to do to get better. But stop trying to control things. Do your best every single time. How do you want your story to be told? Do you want your story to be bland? Do you want your story to be just like everybody else's own? She came, she saw, she was fine, yeah. Or you want your story to be, I came, I saw, in spite of it all, I conquered. Stop looking at things from the position of a victim and start looking at things from the position of a warrior. You are a warrior. You are strong. You are talented. Things don't work out normally, but it's because your life has a particular point. You have to have a story to tell. That's how I need to be thinking. You have a story to tell. Your life has to have a point. Your life has to have a meaning. Stop looking at people that their life seems perfect, because nobody has a perfect life. Try getting close to people that you feel jealous of, except when they don't tell you the truth. If you were to exchange each other's life, I bet it with you that you would not want to be in their shoes. You do not want their life. You do not want to be them. I feel terrible in school. In case you do not know, you can check out my story here, but just listen to what I have to say to the end. There was a time I decided to try out and got close to two people that I felt their lives were perfect and they had what I did not have. What I did not have basically means that they had good grades in school. One of them was on the first class, the second one was on the second class upper division. Things just happened that we just happened to have conversations with each other. I'm just saying this to give you an example so you understand the message I'm trying to pass across. One of those people that I knew, his mom died when he was really young. Apart from that, his dad died in our final year of uni. Apart from that, the other person, our family circumstances were not something I wanted to have. Our parents were divorced and I appreciated my family a lot more after hearing her story. When I had a job, she did not have a job. And when she even got a job, I was earning twice as much as she was earning. There was a particular day I asked her this question. I was like, if you were to switch lives, would you want my life? You'll take my shitty degree with my good job, and then I'll take your good grades and all. She told me immediately, no, I do not want. So believe me, a lot of people that you admire, there's something going on in their life that if it were to be you going through it, you cannot handle it. You cannot even begin to fathom it. So the grass is never ever greener on the other side. Focus on yourself, focus on your energy, focus on your mind, focus on your heart. Do what you want to do by yourself. Face your front pretty much and face God too. Our life challenges are unique to each other. You are going through that. It's not the end of the world. I say this all the time. Life was never designed to be static. It might not look like it right now, but at some point, trust me, everything that you're going through, everything that you've been through, it's going to make sense at the end of the day. You will realize the fact that you were exactly where you were supposed to be at the perfect time. You were doing exactly what you were supposed to be doing at the perfect time. You were going through what you were supposed to be going through by design. Do you understand? It's just a circumstance that's going to pass at some particular point in time. You might not believe it right now. That's perfectly okay. You might not even see how it's going to happen. I'm at the back of your mind. It's going to pass. I am extremely sure that this is going to pass, that this cannot be the end of my story. Repeat it to yourself. I am extremely sure that this cannot be the end of my story. I am extremely sure that this is going to pass. I am sure that at some particular point in time, something's going to give. It's not going to be like this forever. Life cannot be static. Things move. Circumstances change. The deciding factor to how things change is whether or not you've given up. Is the amount of you're going to find it easy. You're going to achieve what your goal is. If you are intentional about it at some particular point in time, whatever it is that you're doing wrong, you will find out. Whatever it is that you feel like you're not doing right, you are going to know. You will find it at the end of the day. It's going to become clear to you. It's okay to not be able to explain some specific circumstances and finally get how that is. But if you try hard enough, what you are doing wrong is going to come into the limelight. You will get it at the end of the day. What you've been trying so hard to do, you're going to find it easy. You're going to get it. If you persevere, if you continue, if you do not give up, if you do not stop, if you choose not to stop, it's a choice. It's going to work out. And that's where God comes in. Meanwhile, let's go of how things matter so much to you. Nobody has a perfect life. You need to accept that your life is imperfect. You probably couldn't have expected to be in this situation, but you are in it already. There's no signboard on your face that says you should not be in trouble, you should not go through shit. There's no signboard on your forehead that exempts you from being in problems, that exempts you from being a failure. There is a life would have been easier. Probably maybe failure would have been recognizing us at that point that okay, no, this one, you're not the type. But failure is not like that. Failure does not respect people. Failure does not recognize people. Even the most hardworking set of people, they fail. That's the point of you learning. If you do not fail, how would you learn? You won't appreciate life. You won't appreciate anything if things were to come to you easily. You would take everything in your life for granted and you will still end up failing at the end of the day. because you do not value what you have. Failure gives you a sense of responsibility, a sense of awareness of your circumstances, a sense of knowing, a sense of being present. It helps you to be intentional about the kind of life you want to live. Take it as a stop call. You're supposed to learn from it. It's a lesson. See it as a lesson. See it as part of your story, because you know and you are sure that you're going to have a happy ending at the end of your story. Have some pride. Tell yourself, I'm going through this. Yeah, so what? It's going to be fine. I'm going to do better. I'm going to be fine. It's part of the story that I'm going to tell. I went to boarding school. I remember there were times when they used to punish my class, especially on assembly ground. The principal would ask everybody in my class to kneel down and they would beat all of us. During those periods, the brighter side of being beaten was I knew that when I got home, I was going to go tell them at home how I was a badass, how we're badasses in my set, how they beat us on assembly ground, and I was already put that did not cry. That was a success story to me then. I thrived on those stories. See everything as a story that you are telling. See your life as a story. And just be intentional about the kind of endings you want to it. I'm not going to tell you, yes, you're a failure or you failed, you're going to be fine. You get a mini job or you get a very, very trashy job with a trashy pay. At the end of the day, you're going to be fine. I'm not one of those people. I'm the kind of person that will tell you to still work hard and do your best. Because even if you do not make it, the satisfaction of knowing that you did your best is enough to give you a peaceful night's rest. You will sleep better knowing that you did your best. You will sleep better knowing that you tried all you could. And the fact that things did not work out is not your fault because you did your best. I'm not going to tell you to settle with a terrible grade and maybe school is scam. School is not a scam. Bro, if you get out with a terrible grade, even if you do get a good job, you will still be deprived of some opportunities that you wish you could have. The issue is still gonna bite you. So just in case it is not too late for you, make use of the opportunity you have to do the absolute best that you can to get whatever it is that you want. And you need to trust God. With God by your side, your best is enough. And whenever you feel sad, whenever you feel overwhelmed, whenever you feel stressed or tired, talk to God about it. Let God be your sounding board. Talk to God like you would talk to any human being. Tell him how you need him to give you the strength to go through what you're going through. Tell him how you trust that he's with you and how you need him to fill your heart with his peace. Tell him that you understand the fact that he's around, he's with you, that he's listening to you, that he sees everything going on with you. Tell him that you understand the fact that his presence is with you and ask him to give you the strength to go through whatever it is that you're going through. Tell him that because you understand the fact that because you have him, his presence is with you, no matter what, which is the truth. With him by your side, you do not stumble. No matter how things look like, you're going to be fine. And that despite the fact that you're going through what you're going through now, all things work together for good because you love God and you're called according to the purpose of God. Things will turn out fine for you at the end of the day. Yeah, shit happens. So what? It's not going to last and you're going to be fine.